Okay, I'm allowed to say that I was upstairs. There was nothing up there. I'll say it more in detail later. And now they're bringing down things. I will repeat myself. These bags filled with stuff was not up there. I am allowed to say what I heard in my room with my door closed. I had to open both doors, okay? Both doors, you see there's two doors on film. I heard a body collapse, boom, boom, boom. I heard violence erupt. After all this rumbling and bodies hitting the floor, I heard all these objects start crashing down. The fight, the violence, whatever it was, took over a minute to stop. There's no dead bodies I'm smelling right now or chemical stenches. While I was in my extra room, no, say it wrong. While I was in my main room, I was hit with a lung pain poison that I have repeatedly said is a chemical fume. That is 2 since Poncho's been here. He likes to get on the phone. This is Stardom. They're coming into a Russian organized crime owned property, engaging in heinous, violent crimes and domestic terrorism. And the Washington DC PD, the DCFD, and US federal law enforcement protect them to not be apprehended, questioned, investigated, or arrested. He is a star, a celebrity god when he stands on that porch. That's why he kneels and takes his time and talks so loud on his phone. He's incredibly mentally ill. I've witnessed him do massive felony, very violent things in here. I'm not allowed to talk about him. They're so off the table. He's one of their main thugs. He came back. All that's going to happen is the thugs are going to come in protected by the US federal law enforcement officers, and they're going to keep trying to set me up in this house to vanish, just like everybody else and all the dead bodies you're smelling here all the time, because the Saudi Arabian royal family believes they own me. Saudi Arabia, you never paid for my soul. You never bought me. I'm not one of your prostitutes. Saudi Arabia, I don't care what you believe. You do not own me. Saudi Arabia is refusing to have me walk out that door, you see that? And live to tell the story of 1509 S Street Northwest. He's got one more big plastic bag. Now the bags, I can testify once I heard the violence erupt and the duct tape. The bags and the big plastic tarp and the duct tape while I was in there pee-pooing and he was breathing. He's really into his violence that he carries out. This man is very sick. I've seen him and heard him do it before. I've documented incidences in here, right? In quotes, incidences. This guy's here for a lot of them. He's an incredibly violent man, incredibly mentally ill. And he's on the loose thinking he's a star. Watch how he lingers when he gets his last bag, because he's like the son of Sam. He is freaking famous. Yeah. So they do have definitely the same op going when they go down. It's the main room, murder room. Here we go. See, he's gonna sit because he's a star. It's exactly what I said he'd do. To the hallway, and then they go straight into that room that Senator Sam said she lived in, a center room, and they start stuffing them right in the wall. Right there. Here, let's watch him sit. He's famous. He's the man in town. He's with Saudi Arabian royal family. He's rich, famous Stardom. He's gonna sit there, make sure everybody sees him. He's real cool. He's extremely violent and extremely mentally ill. Hereditary, like schizophrenia or something, that's within the genetics. He's in the lounge. He's got the power with that key. They don't even own this house. He's gonna talk on his phone. Look at me, babe. Hey, want a date? The girls cruise the street for guys like this. I've seen it a million times. I'm a famous celebrity. When I put this up, you'll think he's real cool. He's famous. He's doing a good job for Muslim terrorists in Saudi Arabia. He's going to take his time to get on the phone, man. This is not the one that's in the backyard. There's a gang of African American, North African, U.S. domestic Muslim terrorists that come in here. A gang of them. Now, he isn't going to see my arrest today, but that's part of the protocol when they come in. I'm not supposed to film them, talk about them, so on and so forth, because when I do, they call the cops and I get arrested, which is what they would love. No, obviously you can see I'm filming. I'm okay to do that today. But he's gonna sit out there. This is just behavior. It's prototype. He's gonna be famous. Look at me. He's gonna hang on that porch. There's no reason. This is a crime scene felony, domestic ISIS terrorist cell, with the strobe lights, the helicopters. I mean, the stuff I have witnessed here. It's truly astounding. And then you have these thugs come. He just engaged in serious fucking violence, a huge violent incident, and he sits on the porch with a whole bunch of black fucking bags. He was up there breathing. I mean, the violence had me jumping out of my chair. The bodies were rolling and dropping over my head. I mean, I could get into it. I don't want to keep repeating it. It went on and on. And then stuff started crashing. And then once it got real silent, it got real quiet. And then the duct tape came out and he was breathing heavy. And now because, this is the town, it's cool here to do that. He's on the porch getting smiled and winked at. He's a star. He might be waiting for his mental health department to come get me, tell me I'm imagining it, I'm harassing him, the police, I'm harassing him. I'm imagining I'm delusional. I do not smell these things. I do not witness any of this. I'm gonna put this up.